wasn't planning on doing 2 full guides for Twice, but I think this is one of those groups where there's enough members and they've been around long enough where splitting the guides into like different parts so you can put in more information would be okay. And I don't think I saw any that had like multiple parts. Plus, these were like the ones that were recommended, so I'm assuming they're the better ones. But after watching the first guide, I didn't feel satisfied. Like I hadn't learned enough. I don't know specifically what is missing, but there's something. Like usually at the end of a guide, I'm like, oh, I know this group. I know the peeps, you know? But I didn't. I feel like it really just piqued my curiosity. So I'm going to watch a second one and see if this one either fills in any gaps or has like any information that the other one didn't. They're both from 2024. So this one I think is like a few months older than the other one, but they should both be pretty up to date. Is this the thing for First We Feast? I mean, I'll probably find out when I press play, but I would find it really funny to see them eat some hot wings. That would be interesting. Okay. Lego.
Twice is a 9-member girl group, and they were formed by the K-pop company JYP.
I was not expecting a man.
JYP is a powerhouse company in K-pop, being one of the first formed in 1997 and contributing to the formation of K-pop as a whole. It's home to many famous groups.
I honestly wasn't expecting like
successful, such as
a voiceover at all.
Eh-Vee, NiziU, and now their latest girl group, NMIXX. Standing tall above
this might actually help.
Is their strongest pillar. JYP Entertainment was struggling in 2015, being at an all-time low monetarily and attention-wise after the disbandment of their then most successful groups, leaving a huge hole to fill. They decided to form a survival show.
And then Mixed 9 didn't help.
A bit like American Idol or X Factor, to find their next big group, whereby 16 girls were voted off over time until 7 were left. Some of the challenges included photo shoots, dancing, singing, personality-related challenges, and public engagement.
I mean, that really is what being an idol is.
Survival show and caused upset many a time throughout the series with insulting comments and surprise eliminations. Now, I previously mentioned that 7 girls were left when Twice is currently a girl group of 9. This is because 2 girls who got eliminated during the show were brought back for the final, which we will discuss soon when talking about the members. Before we get to them though, I want to quickly touch on some information that you might find interesting. Twice are the highest selling K-pop girl group ever, selling 15 million album copies between Japan and Korea alone, as well as being the fastest K-pop group to surpass 1, 2, 3 and 4 billion streams on Spotify. They were also the first K-pop group to have a J-line or Japanese line, meaning having 2 or more Japanese members, Twice having 3, which actually revived the Hallyu wave or popularity of Korean culture in Japan, as well as relieving political and public tension, showcasing Twice's importance as a top group in K-pop and
their lights looked interesting.
Now, let me introduce you to all 9 members. Nayeon is the oldest in Twice. She sums up the group as a whole with her youthfulness, vocals, and public appeal. She starts and ends most of Twice's songs, sings a lot of the high notes.
I did notice that she started off a lot of the songs.
Sings a lot of their choruses, and also writes numerous songs for the group. She's the face of the group, and the one the public usually think of first upon hearing Twice's name. 9 is known for her virality.
I think for me it was actually Geo. Yeah. But I think it's just because she has a very striking face, Geo. I think it's the eyes. She has a very, like, looks into your soul kind of eyes.
Everything she uses or does goes viral in an instant. Nayeon has the biggest tendency out of all the members to spoil every single project or album the group have upcoming, and she loves it. She will tease her fans months before an announcement even comes out. Also, at the time of this video, she's the only member to have her solo debut with Pop. And
wow, so Jihyo was also pretty recent. That's crazy.
Jonghyun is a motherly figure in Twice. She has intimate relationships with all of the members, caring for them, cleaning up for them, cooking for them, and it's definitely one of the factors in keeping the girls as close as they are to each other. Do not be fooled though, because once a challenge heads her way, she will not be afraid to knock anyone down in her
I find it so interesting that there always seems to be like
the best in Twice and is up there
the one member that like sort of just takes up that role.
Stable and distinct. She has a huge heart, volunteering a lot of her time to various dog and animal shelters to help out in times of need. During Twice's early days, she was most identifiable by her tomboy look, which was chosen for her by the company. Although in recent times, she gained control of her image and individuality and started to reverse it in a way that she wanted to. And she looks amazing either way. Unfortunately,
that's wild. I didn't know that.
Or break in October of 2020 to focus on her mental health and neck injury that lasted 3 months. Then not long after, entered her second hiatus, which lasted most of the last half of 2021. Jonghyun cared for her fans and Twice so much so that during both hiatuses, she still gathered up the courage to participate in numerous music videos, although not performing. She was the second member to do this and is now happily and healthily back participating with the
Honestly,
girls.
I really respect that.
Momo is a member who was not originally in Twice's lineup and was added at the end. She was brought back as the staff unanimously decided she was the most hardworking and committed to the show and did not deserve to be voted off prior. She is one of the 3 Japanese members in Twice, although I don't think Japanese is a strong suit anymore.
I've heard of this meme. Oh my. She needs like a little Nina in her ear.
She's the main dancer of Twice, and when I say main, I mean main. She can do multiple types of dance after training since she was just 3 years old. She's highly respected among all dance instructors and idols for her talent, and is always battling for the top spots whenever a dance discussion is brought about. Her stage presence is incredible, and she always gives the most when she's performing. And be careful when she performs Hello, because you will pass out.
Her name is definitely...
Momo's traits don't stop here though. In every situation, she is always hilariously 10 steps behind. Sana is the second Japanese member in Twice along with Momo. Now,
recognizable.
Sana is a girl of duality.
I don't know, we'll just say that word. I couldn't think of what I actually meant.
And it is not good for my heart. She is also the most affectionate member, making sure to stress everyone else out when she gets close. Sana also sings a lot of the choruses in Twice's songs, most likely due to her captivating voice. And potential to make most lines she sings into viral moments. Sana is probably the biggest extrovert in Twice and will not hesitate to make friends with anyone she sees. She probably has the most idol friends outside of Twice, and she's constantly
a little less mysterious today. So I'll just... Good. I can't imagine that. Oh my god.
They will bombard with pure energy.
I'll just go ahead and say Sana is the potential second bias. It's between her and Gio.
Outstanding and is without a doubt the best in Twice.
Lungs.
There is never a moment of flaw when she's singing live, and that truly demands a lot of respect. Her dancing is nothing to ignore either, being up there as one of the best dancers in Twice. If Momo gives her all, then Gio gives just as much. And when them two are on stage together alone, the power is
Gio's 5 is still a 10.
She has also composed 2 tracks for Twice and has numerous solo OSTs for popular K-dramas. Geo was also unanimously voted as the leader by all the girls of Twice. She knows them inside and out
The
and
aura.
knows how to deal with every type of situation a member or the group faces. She is the glue. This is most likely due to her long training period of 10 years prior to becoming an idol, which perfectly set her up to become the leader of a worldwide sensation today. She is without a doubt the most competitive member of the group, and when her, Nayeon and Jonghyun go up against each other in any type of challenge, a war has started.
Bruh, it's the three unis.
Mina is the third Japanese member along with Sana.
Just take out Sana.
Although opposing to them, she's definitely the most introverted idol in
But
Twice,
Sana isn't
and most
really an uni.
definitely within K-pop. She finds comfort in gaming, being alone off camera, but also has an immense love for her members and never fails to do any daytime activities or hobbies with them. Don't be fooled though, because she is not camera shy at all. Mina also embodies elegance in her singing, talking and dancing.
Bro, I'm so smart. It's a little trippy.
And the
To
dancing side
hear
is
her
most
be so good at
definitely due to
English.
the fact she trained as a ballerina
My
for
brain
11
wasn't
years
like
before joining
expecting
Twice, and I would kill to see
fluent
more of it
member in
implemented
Twice.
into Twice's dances or a solo project. Another thing not to be fooled about is Mina's duality, because just like Sana, she could switch up at any moment, especially when she enters American soil.
Bruh, I find that so
Now,
funny.
unfortunately, Mina was the first member of
Something
Twice to
about
go on a
America makes
hiatus,
people go crazy.
starting at the end of 2019 and lasting a year due to severe anxiety, having to miss out on
I'm
the
honestly
Twice Lights
surprised
World
that
Tour. This
Sakura
news was
hasn't
massive, as hiatuses
done a
and mental
hiatus.
health in K-pop has always been overlooked. But coming from a group as big as Twice completely changed the game. And other companies later
What?
followed suit
I
when
see a
similar occurred
genie.
with their artists. It marks a new movement in the K-pop world. Mina also gathered the courage to appear in Twice's comeback at the time, but did not perform either. She's also back and better
Bro,
than ever
that's
with the girls.
like beautiful shots right there.
Daeyeon is the funniest idol in existence. No one could put a show on more than her. Can they dance like this?
Well, that's
Sing
just
like
an
this?
opinion. I don't
Move
look
like
as good
this?
doing the robot.
I didn't
Oh my
think so.
gosh.
Although, whilst being incredibly goofy, Daeyeon can switch to serious in a matter of seconds, which is a top quality.
Shook.
She's also written the most amount of songs out of all the Twice members. Daeyeon plays the piano exceptionally well, and one of her favourite pastimes is to upload covers for Once's, Twice's fans. Either to their
I wonder
YouTube
if she's
channel
good
or a
at
private
the
chat
little
service.
one with the
Daeyeon
blow.
also is noticeably
I
the
forget what it's
vocal of
called.
Twice, but has a beautiful voice and can exchange roles as well as she can her demeanour. Similar to Nayeon, Daeyeon loves to inform us about upcoming comebacks, but in the most unconventional way possible. If she changes her hair colour, you know a song is coming.
Oh.
Chaeyoung is without a doubt the ace in Twice. She raps, sings and dances each incredibly well. In Twice's early days, she was focused mostly on rapping. With hardly any time to showcase her vocal talent, as well as being shy about it. But in recent years, JYP has let her show this off after finding success in the first time she sung a title track whilst covering for Mina during her hiatus.
But I'm forever flying by you.
Ooh.
By you.
Since then, she has not looked back and continues to sing in most of Twice's songs now. Chaeyoung is also the free bird of Twice and has a very cool and calm personality. She writes poetry, she paints, she does pottery, she composes, she sometimes dresses the members, and she's the only member to have tattoos, and numerous of them.
The
This
only
cool
one.
and calm personality rubs off on the members a lot, who rely on her when wanting to chill out or take a break. She's a breath of fresh air. Chewie is the youngest member in Twice. She is also Taiwanese and speaks Chinese as her first language, completing the 4 of the 4 foreign members. All of Twice are insanely beautiful, but Chewie is the visual. She captivates anyone who walks in her aura. She was the second member who was not in the original lineup and added at the end like Momo. Chewie was added due to popular demand of the audience.
That's
and
crazy.
Due to JYP himself saying that she improved the most throughout the show, which has reigned true still to this day, as she continues to reach new heights artistically every day.
Promise that you'll never find another like me. And the one shot, baby, I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the fun of me.
I'm like hesitant to say
If you look back at 16
because a lot of people don't
you
like
can see an immense jump in maturity, talent,
comparisons,
and individualism, something that
but
truly makes her
she
stand
reminds
out.
me a lot of
She
Yuna.
also captivates during her dancing with a charming
And it's
stage
not just
presence
because they're
and
both in
great
JYP.
fluidity after training in dance from a young age as well. She's also known as the Angel in Korea, and not just for her selfless personality and respect towards every living being, but due to her charity work like Jonghyun. Chewie also volunteers at numerous dog shelters and donates
That's why I can't do that.
$40,000 equivalent worth of aid and respirators to Korea and China during COVID. Chewie also never fails to make Twice laugh, whether it be on purpose or by accident. She also speaks 4 languages, 2 fluently, Chinese and Korean.
首先非常感谢大家特别这么喜欢我们的舞蹈，还有
bilingual?
也
Is that what it would be?
支持我们，感谢
And 2 well enough to hold a conversation, English and Japanese.
to challenge ourselves and break more barriers on world. We want to express our gratitude towards everyone who stands by our side in this journey, especially our fans once.
Bro, even if like she doesn't
She
have an
truly has
expansive
too many great
vocabulary,
qualities for
her
one eye.
accent, nice. That's probably better than mine,
JYP
actually.
had big plans years ahead of Twice's debut, and many still undermine the extent of the company's planning. JYP wanted their concept to be healthy in reference to the mind, body, and beauty, which still reigns true to this day, with a heavy focus on colour pop and electro pop covering a lot of their discography, especially in the early days, often resulting in them
Very
being
coloured.
into nothing more than cute and bubbly. But that is not the limit of Twice's musicality. This whole concept of healthiness links to the soul meaning of
Bubbly
Twice's
never
name,
actually came to
the
mind.
charm Twice, once by beauty and a second by catchy music, which again Twice
Ah,
was not
the
faulted with
mobs.
upholding even 7 years into their career with hit after hit. And on a personal note, I truly believe that JYP planned for Twice to be a group that grows with their audience, as if you listen to their songs in order, you can almost see 3 stages of a story: dreaming / thinking about love,
Okay.
being in love, and remembering problems of their experienced love.
Wait, how long were they in love?
Being in love and
Dang.
remembering problems of
And they
their
weren't in love for
experienced
long.
JYP has always been known for creating idols with golden personalities, as it is one of the core qualities they look for in their trainees. And even focusing on recent times,
That's how
this
you get
may be a
longevity.
factor as to why Twice is as successful as they are, as their love for their fans, music, and each other is objectively one of the strongest I have seen. This has created an incredibly tight-knit circle, whereby once Twice's fanbase and Twice themselves can comfortably communicate with each other on a level that is close to a friendship, near enough unseen by a lot of idols in the industry. Twice rely on once, and once rely on Twice, and both sides truly understand this. Also, from here on out,
Whoa,
maybe more
that
of
looks
information
awesome.
overload for newer onces, so please bear with me. As I stated before, Twice's core concept as a group is health. However, this has not stopped them or
That
limited
looks
them
like,
from exploring new sounds,
where
new genres,
Attention was filmed.
and new styles, unlike many seem to think. Across 7 years, we've seen title tracks never sound the same, even with some tackling the same type of concept, which is a major feat in itself, having songs for all types of people to enjoy. Some title track genres
I will
include
agree to
bossa
this.
nova, future house, EDM, bubblegum pop, retro synthwave, and many more types of genres that are usually mixed together. Now, if we talk about their B-sides and their variations,
This is
we
what
would be
I
here for
don't
what
know
seems
much
like an
about.
eternity. But it's almost like Twice has nearly covered every genre there is to do. Let's have a quick look. Rock, contemporary R&B, Latin pop, city pop, hip hop, waltz, trap, jazz, and many, many more
Trap?
again. This results
Trap?
in a very rich listening experience for once
That's
across
wild.
their albums, as Twice love attempting different genres within albums and not just focusing on one type. You never know what to expect next time they come back, and this is one of their best qualities. Across their 173 Korean song journey, not including Japanese songs, English songs, covers and OSTs. Speaking of which, I think it's very important to highlight Twice's material that isn't necessarily official, as this also shows their talents and versatility in a variety of ways, but we'll talk about that later in the video. Now, where did it all start? Twice debuted on the 20th of October 2015 with Like Oo-Ah and mini-album The Story Begins. In the first week, Like Oo-Ah did worse than the company had hoped for, mostly being overlooked by the general public at first. But then a week later,
at the time,
hype had gathered, it began to steadily pick up and gain attention. Not enough for a huge success story, but just enough attention on Twice for the life-changing events that would come in the following year, 2016. April 2016, Cheer Up. The song every K-pop fan knows. The song every Korean member of the public knows. Their first comeback. Cheer Up was a national sensation. It was the talk of the country. The catchy melody, the easy dance, and most importantly, Shy 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 went viral, and I'm saying everyone was doing it. This song alone threw Twice into the role of Korea's national girl group. Previously owned by Girls' Generation,
bro.
the top girl group of the last generation.
I don't remember that at all.
This was huge for Twice, an unprecedented amount of success, attention and love, and it only got better. In comes their second comeback in October, TT. 2016 was
Wait, no, actually, what is that time?
amount of success, attention and love, and it only got better. In comes their second
2016, what was I doing? Oh.
Comeback in October, TT. 2016 was really Twice's defining year. There was pressure, there was doubt, but they blew it all out of the water and further surpassed everyone's expectations yet again. For 6 years, it reigned as the most viewed music video of any JYP act ever at 690 million views, being dethroned in 2022 by one of Twice's own songs, What Is Love?
What is love?
Their seventh comeback. TT was not only the talk of Korea, but now across the pond in Japan. Everyone was doing the pose.
Across the pond.
Daeun's catchy
Bro, this is stuck in my head.
Of Cheer Up all over. It was so popular in Japan, in fact, that in June of 2017, Twice released their first full-length Japanese version ever with TT, along with a newly shot
Japanese version of TT.
For their Japanese YouTube channel that was soon about to take off as well. To this day, it is still their third most viewed music video on the Japanese channel. This truly cemented their success and pushed them straight to one of the top groups leading their generation, having only been 1 year. From then on out, every single song Twice put out was a hit, seller after seller, and showed absolutely no sign of stopping. They were the first ever girl group to win Song of the Year at the Mnet Asian Music Awards.
Hold on, what?
They were the first ever girl group to win Song of the Year at the Mnet Asian Music Awards 3 times in a row. 2016 for Cheer Up, 2017 for Signal, and 2018 for What Is Love, with the only other group doing so being BTS. The following years. They are also the only girl group to win Girl Group of the Year 4 times at Mama, being 2016, 2018, 2019 and 2021. And further, being the K-pop girl group with the most awarded Daesangs ever, 18, placing them 3rd overall. Daesangs being one of K-pop's highest and most respected awards. So what are the notable
I have also noticed that they're like one of the few third gen that still go to award shows. I don't know if they go to all of them, but I've seen them interact with
number 1 on the Japanese Hot 100
Eh-Vee not too long ago. I think it was like a year or two ago.
More than standard for Twice's Japanese releases. In 2017, they also released their first full album titled Twicetagram, the same name as their Instagram page. The title track would be Likey, and this is one of their best songs and albums to date. It really sums up Twice and their earlier style. Likey touched on the hardships of social media and societal pressures while upholding Twice's catchy, upbeat song style, but still conveyed the upsetting message really well. It's one of my all-time favourites. One of their tracks on the album, Rollin', recently gained traction again during Twice's fourth world tour because...
Fourth! Wow.
You'll see.
Same.
Every song on this album deserves that attention, and if you want a look into Twice's earlier discography, this album would be a good start. Twice also hit it big in Japan with Kpop, their first Japanese comeback in January 2018.
What did he say the album was called? Oh, Twice-to-gram. I should really keep writing stuff near me.
Their first Japanese comeback in January 2018.
It'll be interesting to see their Japanese songs.
It's a pure cute concept with the music video partly in anime that fits nicely with the Japanese idol aesthetics. It clearly appeals to the Japanese and non-Japanese public as it is the most viewed Japanese song by a K-pop girl group at 163 million views. This would truly kickstart their Japanese career. Twice has an insane Japanese discography, and if you eliminate their Korean discography, you would be able to witness their growth and style from the Japanese side alone, arguably even being more diverse. They never fail to treat Japan and Japanese fans as their own, writing and composing songs for Japan, promoting on TV shows and award shows, and putting the same amount of quality into everything they do there as they would in Korea. It's truly outstanding to be able to live a double life like they do. 2018 will be a very up and down year for Twice, and not in terms of their music or achievements. As the new hottest girl group who were known to release hits quickly and consistently, especially more than other idol groups, this system Twice was following would soon take a toll on their health as a group. Twice will release 5 mini-albums across the year, spanning 29 new songs, with one being a Japanese album. Onces were beginning to question, is this too much for Twice to handle? Which also seems to be the same
groups have
Twice themselves were raising.
So many comebacks within a short time.
I just want to leave this speech that Gio made here, so you can truly understand how
overworking is a thing. Burnout.
이렇게 3년 동안 정말 바쁜 스케줄 하다 보면서 몸도 마음도 특히 올해 많이 지쳐 있었던 것 같은데 네 이렇게 늘 서로에게 힘이 돼주고 서로 위로가 돼주고 늘 밝은 현장 만들어주는 우리 멤버들에게 정말 너무 고생했다고 너무 고맙다고 얘기하고 싶습니다.
I'll read it when I'm editing. I'm sure it's a beautiful speech.
더 좋은 노래들 그리고 에너지 넘치는 무대들 많이 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 진심으로 감사드립니다.
And she was not wrong about coming back better. Twice has only just got started. I mentioned that Twice is a group that grows their audience and that they are often limited to Q. Now this was most notably opposed in 2019 with their releases of Fancy and Feel Special. Fancy was a K-pop sensation. It embodies K-pop. Everyone was singing it.
That's the only part I know though. Like I don't really know any other than Fancy. I don't know the lyrics.
Everyone was dancing to it and everyone was tuned in. It was different conceptually and lyrically from their previous releases, being more mature and seductive, with the album Fancy You also embodying this newfound maturity in all its songs, especially in Strawberry, that Chaeyoung wrote, which is basically about hickeys. It is the most viewed song in the first 24 hours for Twice at 42 million.
Wow,
and it's fair to say it opened a new way for them into the American market.
I'm learning so much.
One of Twice's best songs, and the world was realizing this. 2019 was almost a copy of 2016 for Twice, 2 Korean songs that would become a staple of their career and a year of great success. This second song being Feel Special.
You make me feel special.
Wild. Wild. That's a wild look for her.
Now, Feel Special is one of the most important songs for Twice and once.
Oh.
The song was written by JYP himself for and about Twice and their struggles of idol life.
She looks great.
It was their first comeback during Mina's hiatus Twice and
that's embarrassing.
The song was written by JYP himself for and about Twice and their struggles of idol life. It was their first comeback during Mina's hiatus.
So it's like they're
Both
bit on
the
me.
members and the fans were unsure if Mina would participate in this comeback, as many idols who go on hiatus seem not to do. Then Mina's teaser dropped. As a fan, there was no way to describe the feeling and
Is this the one with the beautiful
and
shots?
reassurance from seeing her after many months of radio silence. Participating in the music video for fans, even though she was enjoying one of the roughest times of her life. Everyone was entirely grateful, and the song lived up to the hype. An amazing but sentimental dance pop track and album to go with it, featuring a song written by all the members called 2129 to thank and show gratitude for once for being by their side all this time. It was truly one of
2129.
their most heartfelt and best eras.
Finally got it.
Now, after 2019, Twice never abandoned their catchy, poppy, youthful type of music, and I hope they never do. But many of their B-sides, music videos and lyrics did begin to change to show different aspects of Twice.
Swag.
Cry for Me is the furthest from Twice's core concept that we have ever gotten, so let's explore this a little. Dropped randomly during their Mama 2020 performance to unexpected fans and viewers, it was a revolution. A song that was originally going to be scrapped by the company, and a song that may never have been released after Mama if it wasn't for the immense attention and success it gathered. It's a song that explores the concept of heartbreak and annoyance at the romantic interest for not showing any type of emotion during a breakup. Twice
That's very
conveys
specific.
this in their emotive choreography for this song. It was well received in Korea, however, it was definitely bigger outside.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna say it wasn't.
US show appearance on the
Oh, really?
Clarkson show. Although it still doesn't have a music video, so please hurry up with that, JYP.
So is this just a performance
This
video?
was yet again another turning point for them, and now every time they come back, they would have at least one American TV show or YouTube channel per comeback, whether it be Ellen, Stephen Colbert, or Good Morning America. Twice had been increasing their Western attention since Fancy, but it was only getting bigger and quicker from here. Twice's comebacks would continue to grow in success in the West, as in July of 2020, they would come back with More and More with album of the same name. This would be their first US Billboard 200 chart appearance.
They look like
at number
nymphs.
200, selling 6,000 copies in the US. The song was originally going to Zara Larsson, who even recorded the demo, but I'm glad Twice got their hands on it, as it's an incredible dance track with an amazing instrumental.
Got their hands on it. I hear it. I could definitely see why it was offered to Zara Larsson.
Their second comeback of that year would be their second full album, Eyes Wide Open, featuring the title track and retro synthwave styled I Can't Stop Me. Arguably one of
This is
Twice's
where I
top
came in.
3 title tracks to date, according to me anyway.
Ooh, the CGI. Okay. I'm trying to remember like which looks I first saw everyone in. I think that's one of the reasons Shio was so like easy to remember is because she was like so noticeable in this MV. So I really just like her face got like ingrained in my brain because of the red hair. Then I just had to like switch the hairs, you know?
It would peak at number 72 on Billboard 200 and sell 14,000 copies, a significant increase from just a few months prior. Their first comeback of 2021, Alcohol Free, and album titled Taste of Love, peaked at number 6 on the Billboard 200, entering the top 10 for the first time ever and selling 46,000 copies. This was an unprecedented
exponential growth
of number of sales and place on the chart since their last two comebacks, and it's only been less than a year.
I really like the
Twice even made an
stage.
appearance on The Ellen Show, performing Alcohol Free for a US audience. It's their second most acclaimed album at 77 on Metacritic and their first appearance on the site. Metacritic being a site that collates album reviews of critics like NME, Sputnik, and Beats Per Minute. This would all be a big lead up to their long-awaited US debut, The Feels.
Wow, it took that long?
It was a hit. It perfectly embodied Twice and did not stray from their core concept to fit the Western views at all, and it proved successful. It will be their first appearance on the US Hot 100 at number 83. It was their second highest Spotify debut behind their most recent comeback in 2022, and went 38 on the Japanese 100, along with so many more firsts and milestones for the group. The Feels would be featured on their third full album that came after, known as Formula of Love, featuring the title track Scientist. This is Twice's most critically acclaimed album and has a score on Metacritic of 88, being the second
I'm
most
excited
acclaimed
because
album behind
there's
TXT's
still songs
Scream
that haven't
at
been
89.
spoiled.
For a long period after the release of Formula of Love, it remained K-pop's most acclaimed album with a score of 91. But this recently dropped due to more reviews being added over time. Formula of Love was also a major success and maybe Twice's most diverse piece of work today. It also features
Oh, it's
for the
called
first
Formula
time
of
ever
Love.
unit
Okay.
songs by the members, being 3 songs of 3 members, Push and Pull by Sana, Jio and Dahyun.
Oh, what? Bro. Why? Like, what are the chances? What are the chances? All 3 of these would be in a unit. Like, I mean, it makes sense because vocal, rapper, but like throw in Sana too, and then like that's like the 3 that just are getting me. So push and pull. Dangerous.
Also features for the first time ever
So there's 3
unit
units.
songs by the members, being 3 songs of 3 members, Push and Pull by Sana, Jio and Dahyun.
I feel personally targeted.
Hello by Nayeon, Chaeyoung and Momo.
Oh, this is the one he said we would talk about later.
And 132
Mad
by
Barbie
Jonghyun,
vibes.
Dewey and Mina.
That just sounds like an adorable combo.
Each showcasing a completely different side of Twice, with Hello being the most opposite to Twice's original colour, being hip-hop and trap. This was also the first time
that's
we
the
had
trap.
any official songs that didn't involve all 9 members. It was also the spearhead album for their 4th world tour that came not long after, whereby Twice was so successful in the US at this point that they added the Bank of California Stadium as an encore to the tour due to the high ticket demand.
Ooh, they had
and
an
then added
encore
a
in
second day of the
California.
encore due to tickets selling in minutes, averaging around
Wow.
50,000 people in the queue, and being the first K-pop girl group to tour at a US stadium. At the time of this video, 9 is the first and only member of Twice to debut solo. She debuted with a self-titled album, In Nayeon, or I'm Nayeon, with the title track Pop.
And this is a song that has been a problem for me long before I even knew it was from a Twice member. I've really only heard like the chorus, I think. But even just that little bit, every time I hear it, it gets stuck in my head. I cannot imagine listening to the whole song. My brain is not ready for it.
Seemingly worked on this for around 6 months or so.
She has a necklace that has her album.
Pumping out a multitude of other songs for Twice and doing a tour. It was a big moment for them, as Twice had stated many times that they had no intention of going solo. Twice was so collected as a group, in fact, that they didn't have solo accounts until a month before Nayeon's solo. So they went at least 6 years.
Interesting. Oh, I followed them all today, actually.
This shows that 2022 was truly a year that Twice were beginning to explore their individuality, which the company had been hesitant to do for a long time, as it had backfired in the past. Coming out during a time where K-pop was focusing on retro synths and Y2K trends, Nayeon seemed to take it back a few years, bringing back the infectious bubblegum pop of 2017 and 2018. It was a bigger success than what the company and non-fans were expecting it to be, resulting in Nayeon being the most streamed female K-pop artist of 2022, winning Best Female Artist at Mama 2022, gaining a 78 on Metacritic, being the first and only female K-pop soloist to do so, and many, many other record-breaking achievements. August 2022 would then introduce Talk That Talk, an album titled Between 1 and 2. This was their first comeback after their contract renewal, being a sentimental moment for Onces and Twices alike, as not many groups, girl groups especially, make it past the 7-year mark. This might be one of the title tracks that recently found out that the girls didn't know each other had renewed until the day Onces found out, making
hugely
it all
spoiled.
more wholesome. So whilst morale was high, they dropped their 11th mini album.
Because it sounds familiar, but only because I've been hearing it during this journey. I hadn't heard it before.
Y2K aesthetic. It is one of their most successful albums, being number 3 on Billboard 200, selling 100,000 units in the US within their first week. 16
crazy numbers. Last time it was what, 46K you said?
It was also their first time reaching 1 million pre-orders, and due to the success of Between 1 and 2, by the end of the year, they were the best-selling and most streamed girl group on Spotify that year, showcasing their immense Western growth. Now we come to their most recent comebacks at the time of this video, an English single named Moonlight Sunrise, which would land at number 84 on the Hot 100.
I don't know how to say this. All these songs on your playlist. This feeling so hard. How to say this. All these songs.
Rip. My first car ever. Memories. Feel so old. Now I have a touch. I'm getting with the times. Interesting.
It would also earn them the Billboard Women in Music Award, named Breakthrough Artist.
She's making noise right now.
I love her.
Did you see a mouse? No, she's that excited for Twice. Yes.
Bro, this dress is pretty cool.
Love it.
Where they would attend the award ceremony in America and perform Moonlight Sunrise in the presence of artists like Rosalia, SZA, and Lana Del Rey.
Oh, is that how you say her name? Rosalia? I mean, yeah, that's like the Spanish way to say it. I never heard anyone actually say it that way.
Moonlight Sunrise in the presence of artists like Rosalia in America
I was trying to stop
and
at
performed Moonlight Sunrise in
the
the presence
picture.
of artists like Rosalie.
There we go. Okay. This blonde and this long-haired Momo. Bro, I just noticed her. That's how focused I was on Momo and Chaeyoung. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, she's so much taller. Wow. Tall acnes, bro.
Leah, SZA.
Oh, I've always said her name wrong then. SZA sounds
Lana Del Rey.
better.
Moonlight.
Jesus.
Artists like Rosalia, SZA, and Lana Del Rey.
Mm-hmm. Peekaboo. Oh, Yon. I see you. What is this smirk? Bro, I'm having a heck of a time just looking at all of these. They're also, like, interesting. You can find something in each of the pictures. This one might be my favorite, though. Peekaboo. If it was from the front, though, it'd be better because I can't even see Yon. I just noticed Sana, and now that I've noticed her, I can't not notice her. Bro, she's got a look for her pictures. Look at this. Copy, paste, copy, paste. That's probably why my eyes weren't like drawn to her because I was looking for all the weird stuff. She's probably the least weird when taking pictures, it seems. Wow.
Right.
Nationwide, it's on your side.
Included in Twice's small lineup of R&B songs, and it clearly did them well. Their follow-up album to this is titled Ready to Be, with the main track being Set Me Free. This would be their most successful album to date, surpassing 1.7 million pre-orders.
Was this the start of the lip rings? Oh my god, that was an adorable car.
1.7 million pre-orders, a major increase from their last album only a matter of months ago, as well as numerous streaming and charting records for Twice. It was a statement to their continuous growth. This would also be the spearhead album for their 5th world tour, which is currently taking place, where they will cross some of Asia, Australia, North America, and actually Europe for the first time. I'm still hoping they do more Asian dates and South American dates as well.
I'm hoping they get a vacation.
It's a record-breaking tour, seeing Twice as
mental health is important.
To perform and sell out at SoFi Stadium and MetLife Stadium, both with a capacity of 50,000 for the tour. It also has 1 million attendees across a relatively small amount of stops, so a lot of us are hoping for more countries with increased venue size. Lastly, the J line of Twice, Mina, Sana, and Momo.
I like this guy already.
Just debuted on the 25th
I
of July
really prefer this guy over the other one.
Being Twice's
that feels bad to say.
25th of July, Sana and
I'm not trying to insult anyone. It's just I'm learning more about like Twice as a group because the other guy was it didn't really go too deep into the group. It was more about the members, but there's like 9 members, so it couldn't give me too much about the members. So it gave me just enough to pique my interest, but to not like satisfy the curiosity. So I felt like I didn't get what I wanted from that guy. But this one is definitely satisfying my curiosity for Twice as a whole. Because for the members, I already plan on watching a lot of compilations. So I like this guy. This is probably one of the best guides I've seen. Yeah, I think this and the NMIX one, really in depth.
Lastly, the J line of Twice, Mina, Sana and Momo, known as Misamo,
Misamo!
have just debuted on
I
the
know that now.
25th of July with their album Masterpiece, being Twice's first
and I heard they have
Do Not Touch,
comeback
the title
soon?
track, was released on July 14th, a week prior to the album. It's a very mature concept tackling the issues of consent, further showing an aspect of Twice's growth. The J-Line are some of the most famous people in Japan, so attention is incredibly high, and they were sure delivered during its promotional weeks.
This was probably around the time that Kara was
Misamo have just smashed Twice's iTunes
is it crocheting?
record, being Twice's second song to go #1 on the worldwide iTunes albums chart, charting top 3 in the US, UK and France, and
Canada.
going #1 in 20 other countries. The J-Line also had a hand in the making of the album, each writing a song for it, choosing the concept, clothes, and covering all other creative aspects, enhancing their artistry. We discussed some of Twice's comebacks over the past years, but what are some of the projects they're involved in? First, let's talk collaborations. Nayeon, Chaeyoung, Jihyo and Sana collaborated with League of Legends in a song called I'll Show You, featuring Bana, collaborated with...
I wanted to say League of Legends, but I knew that League of Legends was with KDA. So, and then I didn't remember them being in KDA.
Let's talk collaborations. Nayeon, Chaeyoung, Jihyo and Sana collaborated with League of Legends in a song
is this
called
where
I'll Show
Sana
You,
and Mion met?
featuring Becca Boom and Anika Wells. Nayeon also collaborated with Felix from Stray Kids on No Problem, as well as Korean rapper Weinstein.
Felix? He could like pop off in the US with that voice. Like he sounds like just like any like male artist in the charts right now.
As well as Korean rapper Weinstein in Love Countdown. Both of which are on her self-titled solo album.
Okay.
Twice also collaborated with Lux, a Japanese hair product brand, to create probably one of the best Japanese songs of all time, Just Be Yourself.
Oh, it was an ad song. Ad songs just hit. I just realized he said it was Japanese.
On to covers. Twice covered Jackson 5's
I've heard.
Want You Back, even coming out with a music video and a Spotify release. They've also done many covers in their Melody Project series, whereby a member chooses a song they want to cover and uploads it to their YouTube.
It's going a lot faster than I thought he would. Jeez.
Series, whereby a member chooses a song they want to cover.
I'm seeing a lot of Dion on here. The Dion bias in me is excited.
And uploads it.
I see now. When he said that she really likes to make covers for the fans, I see where they are now. I see them. Snowman.
To their YouTube channel.
See ya.
Some
Off my face. She was the one that said Justin Bieber she wanted to collaborate with. Okay. Taylor Swift. That is not a surprise at all. She seems like a Swiftie. I'm not even really listening to him right now. Oh, if I just kept going, it would have told me who it was. It's not the song I thought it was.
Don't. Some example.
Oh, my eyes. Wow, I was straining so hard. Ah! This here is already in my watch later. Oh, okay. That was the end.
Chewie covering Taylor Swift, Chaeyoung to Justin Bieber, and Nayeon to Ariana Grande.
Get in the
They
snow.
also have performance projects similar to melody projects, which is mostly focused on the dance side of Twice. This is a more recent project for Twice, with Momo being the first to do so in February 2021, with Geo following suit in May of the same year. Whilst not being performance projects, there are two other videos I'd like to highlight. Momo was featured in the whole music video for Yuka DD's song Superhero, and Momo, Chaeyoung and Chewie did a dance cover to Ariana Grande's Bloodline. Twice have also made OSTs, or original soundtracks, which are mostly used in K-dramas. As I stated before, Geo has made 3 of these solo, and they are I Fly, Stardust Love Song, and A Strange Day.
As soon as I thought it, I was really annoyed at myself. I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. Just my brain couldn't move past it.
All being well received among the Korean public and the watchers of their respective K-dramas. Geo, Chewie,
I thought he was going to tell me which ones.
sang an OST by the name of Daring Woman, and Jonghyun also featured on an OST with her sister, Sungyeon, by the name of My Dream Class. Twice as a group also have the OST I Love You More Than Anyone, a beautiful song for the K-drama Hospital playlist.
Ooh, I really thought about watching that. I love hospital dramas.
This isn't a project, but is nice to know in terms of how well Twice looks after their fans across numerous countries. Twice as a group have many versions of their songs in multiple languages. All of their title tracks have a Japanese version, excluding their most recent, Talk That Talk and Set Me Free. They have 4 English versions of their Korean title tracks, being More and More, I Can't Stop Me, Cry For Me, and Set Me Free. They also have a few Korean versions of their non-Korean songs, with The Feels, Breakthrough, and BDZ to name a few. Continuing with Twice's
I'm interested in the
projects,
Korean version
what
of The
does
Feels.
future hold? It was just confirmed that Geo, the leader, will be taking on her first solo album, dropping on August 18th with the title track Killing Me Good and album Zone. It will be Twice's second ever solo debut, and there's no better or a more ready person than Geo. We have very limited information so far, so please keep updated. It is also predicted for Twice to have their next group comeback around October or November of 2023.
No,
so
this did not come true.
Finally, Twice is a group that has never failed to grow as an artist in the last 7 years, and clearly show no sign of stopping anytime soon.
Oh, those fits.
With their newfound focus and success
like
in the
orange.
Western market and the consistent backing of Asia, I will not be surprised when they continue to reach new heights with every comeback. And for the new onces out there, I hope you will be the ones to witness their success and follow them on their journey from here
Asia
on out,
as like
because Twice are no longer just
a fan base.
They're global artists.
It's like that's
legends.
really all you need. So then adding the international market, stardom. Bro, the editing. I didn't really like mention it. I just realized because I was more focused on like how good the information was, but the editing was really good actually. Because it didn't like the slight one misspelling error that I saw. Things that seem off in my brain, it sets off alarms, and no alarms were set off by the video. And I think the person had like a comment on there apologizing for the audio quality. So I was like expecting to really be like bothered, but it was not bad at all actually. So, kudos. Very good, very good. Jeju. One of those is right, I think. I wonder who the bias is for this one. Feel good. If my Twice curiosity was a stomach, I would feel full right now. This is very nice, yes. Once more, amazing guide. Probably my favorite guide so far. Very good.